The Warriors' start to their season has been disastrous.
Yes.
While their title defense isn't as bad as the Rams, they've still yet to win a game on the road.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. Steph dropped 50 last night.
50?
Yeah. He's had a couple of those games this year. I think he was like 47.
Yeah, no, he's been awesome.
Yeah, and they still managed to lose by 11 versus the Suns. You said last week that the Warriors may be in serious trouble. Has this franchise earned the trust for us to be patient, or are you ready to sound the alarm?
Oh, I'm sounding the alarm. The franchise has earned a lot of things, but not trust for this season.
Okay.
And I want to talk macro about the NBA for a moment and then micro about the Warriors. It is a damn shame that you have Steph Curry, one of the greatest players ever, still clearly in his prime, and the team stinks. Kevin Durant, one of the greatest players ever, at the tail end of his prime, and the team stinks. And LeBron James, clearly not in his prime, but far and away greater than any player has ever been this deep into his career, and still clearly at a minimum is LeBron, one of the 15 best players in the league, which has never happened in year 18, 19, or 20, except for with LeBron. And those three teams are all awful.
Right.
The Lakers are the worst of them, obviously. They're 3-10. But the Warriors are only 6-9. The Nets, on the other hand, are 6-9 also, with all types of issues.
Right.
You have, in my opinion, the greatest player of all time, Steph Curry, who is one of the 15 greatest players of all time, and Kevin Durant, who is one of the 20 greatest players of all time. All fighting off Father Time at various stages of Father Time, as well as almost anyone ever has. And their teams are awful. Now, with the Lakers and the Warriors, at least they can fall back on, yes, maybe we have screwed some things up roster-wise for this team this year, but in the last few years, we've won a title. The Lakers won a title in year 17 for LeBron. The Warriors won the title last year. For the Nets, it's just a total disaster. We'll get more to the Nets later. But for Kevin Durant, this is his fourth year with the franchise. Year one, obviously, he didn't play because of the Achilles. And it has just gotten worse and worse and worse each year. It's a total travesty. And as a basketball fan, it's sad. Now to the Warriors. So they sent James Wiseman into the G League. That is, as well as the Warriors have run their franchise, what does need to be acknowledged is they had a dynasty extender cheat code, which was they were so bad the year after KD left, when Steph got hurt and Draymond got hurt, they had the number 2 pick of the draft. And they took a guy who right now looks like a total bust. There's no way around it. I understand he dealt with injury issues. Some of it's not his fault. They could have taken LaMelo. Now, LaMelo's dealing with injury issues as well, but LaMelo, at least we know, is a good player. And that was not, an unbelievable draft. I get that. But Wiseman is right now not an NBA player, literally or figuratively. Other problem for the Warriors. Again, these are smaller problems. They were expecting leaps from 3 young guys that didn't help them at all with the title last year. Wiseman, he's in the G League. Moody, seemingly hasn't improved. And Kuminga, the one guy who did play a bit for them last year in the playoffs, he has not improved. So that's a problem. They paid Jordan Poole. Poole has not improved. That's a big problem. Steve Kerr said it after they gave him his money, that he's earned it. They're proud of him, but he needs to get better. He's gone in the other direction. He, in fact, has only played well when he has started. He had a great game the other day when he was starting for Clay. And then we get to their second biggest problem, which is Clay. And listen, everybody likes Clay. And Clay is, has been very honest and very vulnerable about how he doesn't think some of this commentary is fair and he thinks it's mean and, give him time. I have massive respect for Klay Thompson, first of all, the player. I have massive respect for Klay Thompson, the person. I also think it is somewhat sports heroic that coming off a blown ACL and then a blown Achilles, he was ever able to take the court again in any capacity, much less have some moments last year en route to winning a 4th championship. He deserves credit for all of those things. But it also is our job as commentators to be honest about where he is now as a player. And right now as a player, he's hurting them. Their defense is a disaster. He used to be great on that end. And he's not a sniper at the moment. Maybe he will be. And then you get to Draymond, who has not had the injuries, but is clearly a deteriorating player. The defense has been awful. That's his calling card. He hasn't gotten better offensively. And oh yeah, he punched a teammate in the face right before the season started, and now they're having a season from hell. And Broussard on the TV show has floated out there a few times the possibility of Ben Simmons for Draymond. That's my problem for your problem. Why would the Nets do it? The Nets would do it to get off Ben's contract and to maybe add a real leader to that team. Why would the Warriors do it? Younger and got to shake the snow globe. That Ben Simmons is a separate issue entirely. I feel badly for Ben, but I think he's too deep in his own head. I don't know if he's ever coming back. But everybody kills me. I gotta tread lightly when I talk about Andrew Wiggins. This is a compliment, but it is also a fact here. So Wiggins has been good. But we have a decade of evidence here. If Andrew Wiggins is your second best player, no matter how good your best player is, you're screwed. That is not a knock on Wiggins. Wiggins, but the Warriors' model is not have Wiggins be your second best guy.
Right.
And I think people are maybe numb to what Steph is doing. Steph is, DeMonte, 33, 7, and 6 on the year. Averaging 33, 7, and 6 on 53% from the field and 45% from 3. But the concern for them is he had 50 last night and they lost. He had 39 and 9 a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and they lost to the Magic. They lost the other night to Sacramento when Steph just had a ho-hum 27, 6, and 4. It feels like they have no chance to win a game like that if he's not unbelievable.
Right.
So right now, the West, think about it. Warriors are bad. Kawhi doesn't really play anymore. He's a total unknown. The Lakers stink. The Suns are really good, but I have real concerns about them at the end of the season. So then who do you have? The Blazers, you believe in them? I don't. The Timberwolves, shockingly, Gobert hasn't contributed big to winning. So you have the Nuggets and you have the Mavs. Like two teams that are based around one, in Luka's case, historically great player, and in Jokic's case, really great player. Like, it is a weird conference right now, and the Warriors' issues are multifaceted and super concerning.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.